Hi, in this video, we will cover every step on how to easily deploy a game server to host Unity's engine's Boss Room sample, which uses netcode for game objects, as for two players to play online directly from Unity's editor using EdgeGap. Let's get to it. First, either by using the link in the description or comments or the documentation itself as shown on screen, make sure to download EdgeGap's modified Boss Room sample available on GitHub. From the GitHub page, select the code button and then copy the Git's URL. On Windows-based computers, open the sample destination folder and type cmd in the title bar to open the command prompt. Type git clone and paste the URL you just copied. This automatically downloads the project in the folder. This is to ensure the sample doesn't have an error once loaded in Unity. For Mac, open a new terminal, use the cd-path command to navigate to where you want to put the folder in, then use the git clone and paste the URL like we've just shown. Then, starting from an all-new project from Unity's hub, select Install Editor and select the latest Unity 6 LTS version. As of recording, Unity 6.0 is the current long-term release, or LTS. Newer versions may have incremental improvements, but are very likely to break certain functionalities. As such, we strongly recommend using the main latest LTS version to ensure that compatibility works on this sample and your development project in general. Now, back to the project's menu, select Add and then Add from Disk. Locate the sample and select its main folder. Here, Unity is likely going to warn you about a missing Unity version. As previously stated, the latest LTS as of recording is 6000.0.56.f1. Ignore this warning and select the latest LTS version. While you can use the latest recommended version, be aware it could break your project. The next step is to deploy a game server as to have players connect to it and play online. EdgeGap is a game server orchestration platform tailored for multiplayer games, which helps you host your multiplayer game easily. First, create a free EdgeGap account, input your email and a password, and opt in into our terms. You'll then instantly get a verification email. Click on Confirm your email to validate your account. Finally, input your organization's name and confirm. This is EdgeGap's dashboard. We strongly recommend exploring it with a tour, but we'll skip it for this video. EdgeGap has automated the process of creating an app version using Unity's NGO Boss Room sample. While you can create a version manually, simply head over to our documentation and select the Create a New App version for your application link, which is also available in the description and comments. The Create an Application prompt is now pre-filled. Select Create an Application, then select the NGO Boss Room Unity button, which automatically fills the application's metadata. Then, scroll down and select Submit. The Create a Port prompt highlights the port and the protocol, in this case UDP. Scroll down and select Deploy. Now that port editing is successful, scroll up and select Deploy in the top right corner. Your latest application and its version are set by default. Here, our Boss Room sample. Select the ideal region for you, in our case Americas, then scroll down and click on Deploy. After a few seconds, the deployment of your game server changes its status from waiting to ready. Congratulations! You've deployed your first game server. Please make sure to note the external port for testing. Then, head over to the Logs tab and make sure to copy the public IP highlighted here next to the Arbitrium_public_IP in this list. On to testing. We will first open Unity's editor using the EdgeGap Boss Room sample project. Then, select Main menu to open up the sample's main scene. We'll need two players to connect to the game server. While Unity's multiplayer play mode can be used here, we'll use Parallel Sync to simulate these two players. We have other videos using multiplayer play mode linked at the top of this video. Using the link in our description, comments, or documentation, download Parallel Sync from GitHub. Back within Unity, select Window, then Package Manager, and click on the plus button. Finally, select Install Package from Disk and open Parallel Sync to add it to your project. Once installed, it will appear in the top navigation bar. Select Parallel Sync, then Clones Manager, and finally create a new clone. After some loading time, select Open in the new editor. Now, an entirely new project, cloned from the initial one, opens. We'll move each window to make things easier to see, but this is purely optional. Within both windows, start the main menu game scene by clicking the play button. Then, select Start with Direct IP option and click on Join with IP tab and paste the public IP from your deployment that you copied earlier. Finally, input the external port noted before. Here, in our example, 31432. Select Join, which sends the first player to the player selection screen. Repeat these steps for the second player. There you have it. Both players are connected to your game server. Congratulations! Now finish your character selection and you'll see both players replicate each of your actions on screen, which confirms both players are connected to the same game server you deployed. Once again, congrats! Unity's Boss Room sample using the netcode for game object is a useful tool to learn networking. The next step in your development journey will be to create a game server for your own unique Unity project. Game server tutorial for Unity is viewable here on YouTube and highlights every step to get your game online and have players connect to it. EdgeGap also offers a matchmaker whose tutorial is linked on screen. Thanks for watching.